Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be reading from Time and the Gods by Edward J.M.D. Plunkett, also known as Lord Dunsany. Some people I really respect recommended it. I feel bad to you, dear friends, because Splatbook is the podcast that recommended it with, go and check out the tabletop role-playing game design podcast Splatbook, and you will hear not only about Lord Dunsany, but many other amazing and historically relevant books. So that's why I'm reading this and putting it out there to you all, because that gives me time to read it. Time and the Gods and Other Stories. Preface. These tales are the things that befell gods and men in Yarnith, Y-A-R-N-I-T-H, Yarnith, so Yarnith, Aberon and Zarkand. Preface. These tales are of things that befell gods and men in Yarnith, Aberon, and Zarkandu, and in the other countries of my dreams. Part 1. Time and the Gods. Once, when the gods were young, and only their swarthy servant Time was without age, the gods lay sleeping by a broad river upon the earth. There, in a valley from all the earth the gods had set apart for their repose, the gods dreamed marble dreams. And with domes and pinnacles the dreams arose and stood up proudly between the river and the sky, all shimmering white in the morning. In the city's midst the gleaming marble of 1,000 steps climbed to the citadel where arose. We'll start that sentence again. In the city's midst the gleaming marble of 1,000 steps climbed to the citadel where arose 4 pinnacles beckoning to heaven, and midmost between the pinnacles there stood the dome vast as the gods had dreamed it. All around, terrace by terrace, there went marble lawns well guarded by onyx lions and carved with effigies of all the gods striding amid the symbols of the worlds. With a sound like tinkling bells, far off in a land of shepherds hidden by some hill, the waters of many fountains turned again home. Then the gods awoke, and there stood Sardathrion. Not to common men have the gods given to walk Sardathrion's streets, and not to common eyes to see her fountains. Only to those to whom in lonely passes in the night the gods have spoken, leaning through the stars, to those who have heard the voices of the gods above the morning, or seen their faces bending above the sea, and only to those hath it been given to see Sardathrion. Only to those hath it been given to see Sardathrion, to stand where her pinnacles gathered together in the night fresh from the dreams of gods. For round the valley a great desert lies, through which no common traveller may come, but for those whom the gods have chosen feel suddenly a great longing at heart, and, crossing the mountains that divide the desert from the world, set out across it, the desert, driven by the gods, till hidden in the desert's midst they find the valley at last, and look with eyes upon Sardathrion. In the desert beyond the valley grow a myriad thorns, and all pointing towards Sardathrion. So may many that the gods have loved come to the marble city, but none may return. For other cities are no fitting home for men whose feet have touched Sardathrion's marble streets, where even the gods have not been ashamed to come in the guise of men, with their cloaks wrapped around their faces. Therefore no city shall ever hear the songs that are sung in the marble citadel by those in whose Therefore no city shall ever hear the songs that are sung in the marble citadel by those in whose ears have rung the voices of the gods. No report shall ever come to other lands of the music of the fall of Sardathrion's fountains. When the waters which went heavenward return again into the lake where the gods cool their brows, sometimes in the guise of men. That's a very long sentence. Let's try that one again too. I used to be better at this, and I'll get better at this. Therefore no city shall ever hear the songs that are sung in the marble citadel by those in whose ears have rung the voices of the gods. No report shall ever come to other lands of the music of the fall of Sardathrion's fountains, when the waters which went from heavenward return again into the lake, where the gods cool their brows sometimes in the guise of men. None may ever hear the speech of the poets of that city, to whom the gods have spoken. It stands a city aloof. There hath been no rumour of it. I alone have dreamt of it, and I may not be sure that my dreams are true. That is the end of the part 1.